start off, is it harder to play somebody, even though she's not famous, that's a real person, than she's showing us her wonderful bra strap? Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Glad it's only round tables and not TV.
But the responsibility of creating a character, the way Rodrigo wrote this, with Elizabeth versus somebody who actually is alive.
Lives and breathes. No, it's a huge amount of pressure playing someone like Valerie Plame. Valerie Wilson. It's. I mean, first of all, who she is and what she's done, and I mean, that's just wildly intimidating and impressive, and it's just scary to take on that responsibility and want to honor her story as well as it is. It's such an incredible story that has sort of affected us all, so I was incredibly scared about that. So this character Elizabeth in Rodrigo's script was beautifully written. It was all there on the page. It came with its own set of fears in that I was kind of afraid of this strength of hers. I didn't understand how it worked really. She's often doing things that were very confusing to me, like her sexual prowess and
the underwear in the drawer, things like that.
Like I really sort of wrestled with that and said, really? I mean, I understand she's, she's a powerful woman, but is that crossing the line? Is she evil? And we talked about it, and I came to understand it thanks to Rodrigo's brilliant, articulate explanation, and I think it was, she's in a lot of pain and has been really badly wounded along the way, and she doesn't hold men in the highest regard, not just men, actually, human beings, and she wanted to expose this man and tell the woman that he's with that he's exactly what she needed to know, and she felt that was not a bad thing, actually, almost a gift.
in her own rationale.
Yes,
right.
Exactly, in her own crazy.
I thought she just envied that couple for their young happiness.
No, I think she despised them. I think the opposite. I think she just thought they were just freaks. And she's obviously a freak herself, but they were truly freaky people who were just like going about their ways in their sort of very happy-go-lucky mode. And
the thing about adoption, though, that comes across through the different characters, especially the women, is there's no way of sort of finding closure. Well, this walking around with this baggage and not being able to kind of, find closure. I mean, Annette Bening's character had the same experience with her mother and your character, and you carried it around for so much of the film as well. And then ultimately, it was. Do you find that it was about just forgiveness or just acceptance on some basic level?
Acceptance, I think, and hopefully there's moments of that forgiveness too. But I think, to me, it's hard to sit through a movie and not have it all closed up and squared away, and because we're so trained to get that experience in a movie, that's sort of how it often, most of the time goes. That's the formulaic way, and but it's not really life, is it? We don't get everything answered or completed, and for Elizabeth, but there was still, it was hard because there was no kind of really distinct arc to play. It was just this journey that kind of she had controlled, and it just plodded along, and there was some tiny little bit moments of life altering kind of episodes, but but nothing that really gave her a strong arc. So it was hard to play. But I'm not sure if that answers your question.
Yeah. No.
Did it help working with Rodrigo, because he wrote the script and then directed you? So what was that whole experience like?
Well, I just love that man. He's a brilliant writer, and he loves women. It's evident in his work, and also when you're in the presence of him, you can just tell he's got a really fantastic understanding of women. He's got 2 daughters, and he loves his wife, and I mean, however he was raised, I don't.
Right.
His direction was equally good as his writing. You know, the things that perhaps I hadn't picked up on the page really just came to life as he was seeing it on the day, and just would love to work with him over and over again. And he's got a wicked sense of humour.
Cool.
How much did you and he discuss Elizabeth's backstory?